If you like this video, make sure to visit our Vimeo page and follow us to get the latest update.
2 weeks back, when we discussed, we were at outbound process and we completed outbound strategies. So we are discussing issue processes, and we will continue our discussion with the next topic, which is wave management. So what is wave management? We'll talk about the configuration, how to activate wave management, why it is required, and what happens or what optimization we achieve through wave management.
Ron, before you start, can we quickly have a look to the Excel, just to recap where we left?
This is a new topic. We discussed strategies on the picking strategies, and this is a new topic which we haven't touched. So in waves, basically what we do, we group together the outbound delivery orders. So we have seen, in outbound process, when we create a outbound delivery order gets created, we pick those orders, we goods issue them. So in case of outbound, there are two mandatory steps: picking and goods issue. Now, wave management particularly talks about the picking aspect. And in picking, there are two steps. First, a pick task gets created, and then the picking task has to be confirmed. Now, what happens in wave? We group the deliveries and create a task together for all the deliveries, for more than one deliveries. Okay. Now, there are two optimizations we achieve here. First, you are not going to create tasks for each delivery independently. You will be grouping them and creating the tasks together. Now, what is the benefit of doing this? So basically, if at all you are picking part for one delivery, you're going to a bin location A. There might be another delivery, for a different customer. They might need the same part, and the trucks are going to come at the same time. So it makes sense, to pick both the parts, same part for both the customer together. Okay. So during picking, there are several movements to the source area, and using wave management, we make sure that we make full use of our travel time. It's when we go to the bin, we pick as many material for as many deliveries together. So you may pick one quantity, and just imagine, the picker has just picked delivery A, and then again, after 5 minutes again we do the same bin. So there are multiple outbounds happening, and there is a lot of flow in warehouse in case of outbound. So it becomes, it is basically advisable to, optimize the number of trips made to the pick bin. Okay, that way we are reducing the resource time, we are reducing the picking time. Okay. And the other optimization that we achieve using wave is making sure the product is at the right time in the goods issue area. Okay, so basically what it means by right time. So if we create a delivery, okay, the goods issue date is for next week, or after 2 days. We will not pick the material today and keep it ready for next 2 days, right? So picking should happen always at the right time. Because why we should make sure picking happens at the right time? Two reasons again. One, we have limited space in the goods issue area. So if I pick, deliveries for next whole week and keep them in staging area, I will not have enough space, because staging area, the space is limited to allocate, stock for several deliveries. You can only keep stock for, a couple of hours. You keep the stock there. After 2 hours, it gets goods issued, and next group of deliveries, they come up in the staging area. So the other reason for for not picking too much in advance, because there's a delivery which is required after material which is required after 2 days, but there might be another urgent customer who needs material today. Okay. And let's say tomorrow you're going to get an inbound delivery. So day after tomorrow, you will be able to fulfill the next customer's requirement. So, you don't allocate stock to the customers or to the deliveries too much in advance. So, you know, there is no use, taking parts from material and, keeping them in staging area for weeks. And there are some urgent customers who are, waiting for those parts. So we pick at the right time. So if we pick too early, that's not the right way, because we are not utilizing, or we are not we have space restriction, and we are not making sure the availability is accurate, and we are not allocating the stock to the right customer. And we should also not be late, because if we are late, then we may make the truck wait, and which may result into some penalty and other kind of late charges. So picking at the right time, what I mean by picking by right time is, you should know how much time it takes to pick a part and bring it to staging area for your outbound process. So if you say, it takes me 5 hours to pick a material and bring it to staging area. So if the goods issue is on 28th of November, 5 p.m., I should start picking at 12 noon. Okay, so that's how we are going to achieve twofold benefits here. One, creating the delivery at the right time, and grouping them, creating the task at the right time and grouping the deliveries for the purpose of task creation. Now, before I'll just do some basic configuration and activate wave, and then we will do several tests to see how waves groups together the deliveries, and how it is basically taking consideration of the timing aspect.
You can sorry to interrupt. I have one question here.
Mm-hmm.
See, when we talk about this staging area in master data, actually, see, we configure all based on the route base, right? See, for then goods issue staging area to the door, we assign one particular goods issue staging area and door staging area into particular truck, and we deliver the product, right? See, in this wave management case, see, actually, for example, staging area 1, 2, 3 are there, but each staging area we have the same product location is in 3 different staging area. How we will achieve those scenarios?
You pick them together. When you're going and placing the stock, system will tell you, put 2 parts in staging area 1, put 3 parts in staging area 2. So whatever is your destination bin, that will be different for each of these parts.
Okay.
So if your customer A is in staging area 1 and your customer B is in staging area 2, you will be proposed by system to scan. You have picked them together, but when you're going to deliver them to the staging area, system will ask you, okay, put 2 here, put 3 there.
But my question here is, see that different route will affect our wave management, no, right?
It can affect. See,
Yeah.
waving is, you want to, it can affect. It depends on your requirement. If you want to group the deliveries based on routes, that means you only you group your deliveries based on, where the customer, basically for a set of customer belonging to a route. So you can do that. So waving is basically, grouping of deliveries, and then we will decide which set of deliveries you have to group.
Oh,
For
okay.
example, I want to group all the production deliveries together, and I don't want to mix outbound deliveries. I want to pick all the STOs together. I don't want to mix the customer outbounds. In customer outbounds also, I'll say, I want to pick the emergencies separately. I want to pick the regular delivery separate. So your grouping will depend
Oh,
on your
okay. Got your point.
parameter.
Yeah, got your point. Actually, see, we grouped together all this based on the process. For example, return delivery, we will group one thing, and
Wave.
production related STOs, we can make it one, and outbound delivery, we will make it one against sales order. Am I right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, got it. Thank you.
So wave management, where do we activate wave management? So wave management is activated at a process type level. Okay. So for our warehouse, we have process type 2010, where since we have copied from 214, automatically the wave assignment is done. But automatically the wave is wave assignment, automatic wave assignment is activated. But why it did not create waves for our previous picks? Because there are some more settings, some more master data which we haven't done yet. Okay, so this is very important. We activate at process type level. So for inbound, we don't use waves. Okay, we use waves for outbound and stock transfer and posting changes. For inbound, it is not required, because inbound, you just scan the pallet and take it to the bin. We don't, there is no timing aspect involved here. We don't, wait for all, parts to be collected in a staging area, and then every 2 hours we'll pick from the staging area to the destination bin. So, process perspective, inbound doesn't need that, because as soon as the material is in the staging area, we unload the stock, we take it to the final bin. So the timing aspect is not involved, and grouping is also not involved, because in inbound we get big pallets from suppliers, and we don't have to kind of group them for put away perspective. Okay, so that's why we only use it for outbound processes. So we activated process type level. Then there is some more configuration. We will come back to configuration, but before that, let us understand the master data involved in this. Okay, which is called as wave template. Okay, so what happens in wave template? So in wave template, we create different templates. Okay, so you may create template 1 for production deliveries. You may create template 2 for, I was telling you, you can have a different groupings for different types of deliveries. So for each grouping, you will create a separate template. Okay, and in the template, we have time attributes. Okay, so basically, once we maintain the master data, our aim would be that we see a delivery would be assigned to a wave. Okay, and then wave will do its activity, like creation of tasks at the right time. Okay, so let's imagine we are warehouse supervisors, and we are planning our waves. Okay, so now I'll say, okay, since we have a finished product, okay, we have set up the entire cycle, picking cycle, we have set up the strategies, we have set up the master data for picking. Now let me picking for outbound process. So let me create, and we have also created sale order. So let me create a template for outbound process to customer. Okay, so let's start with the general approach. We'll say, we just have one template. We can give any name for the template. We just have one template for all the customers in outbound. Okay, so for example, I'll I'll be working into outbound process in more detail, but I'll have another template for outbound for customer for STOs. Yeah, I'll have another template for outbound for production outbound. Yeah, okay. So in this template, we decide how we are going to release. So what is release? So basically, we said wave, the prime aim of wave is to group the deliveries together. Okay, and then create a task for those deliveries. So for example, we have 3 deliveries. Okay, we want to group them into a wave. So let's take some generic example. Let's say we have delivery, or we call them as audio in EWM. We have audio 1000, audio 1010 audio 1020 and audio 1030. So we have four deliveries, okay, in EWM. Now I would group them together into waves. So let's say, this first three belongs to wave one. The last one is for a different, it's for STO. Let's say it belongs to wave two. Okay. So first thing, when the delivery is created, outbound delivery orders are created, we assign them to waves, or it's auto assign. We have the config set auto assign. Okay. Then once we assign them to the wave, the next step is release of wave. So what is the outcome of release of wave? Okay, orders are created. So there will be one order, let's say warehouse order 100, created to pick all the three deliveries, and there will be a separate order created to pick, for another wave, another order will be created. And when release means, see, basically grouping is done. So once the deliveries are grouped, I can immediately create a task. But the task creation should happen at the right time. So we will also understand the timing aspect, yeah, how tasks are created at the right time. So whenever we discuss wave, we need to observe two things here, or we need to take a decision about first the grouping, what is the criteria for grouping, and then when the wave should release. Okay, what is the time criteria, when should it create, what are the time attributes when it should release. So these deliveries, they are created today, okay, and they are supposed to be supplied after 4 days. So when the release will happen, there is a time given in the system when the release should happen. We'll look into that time now. Okay, so
Sorry to interrupt. See here, this first column is the right outbound delivery order. So you are talking about this delivery or outbound delivery or warehouse order. So actually, if it is in a warehouse order, it's controlled by WCR, right?
this is warehouse order, this is outbound delivery.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Okay, so why I'm trying to explain you these things, because the release, we need to decide on what is the type of release. We generally set it automatic. So you don't see, basically if I need a material at 5 p.m. and the wave, the pick has to be created at 1, nobody is going to, log into system and create a task or release a wave for me. It has to be done automatic, right? So, and immediate also we don't need, because immediate means the moment deliveries are assigned to a wave, the wave should be released. No, we don't want it to be released. We want it to be automatically be planned and released once the right time has come. Okay, so now here, if you see, we also have two more other important fields called as wave type and wave categories.
Yogan, one more question. This the delivery time determination happened based on our request delivery date from sales order, or
We'll come to the timing.
fine.
Let's wait. Let us proceed. Understand first the creation aspect. We'll come to those timing as well.
Fine. Yeah.
Wave type. So what is wave type? So basically, you have different types of waves. So when you look into the monitor and you want to look at, all the waves belonging to outbound. So, for a wave outbound, you may have several templates. Okay. So basically this is just for reporting perspective. When you look into monitor, you can look all your outbound ones. I can assign a different for production, different for outbound. So how you would like to, group the waves, so that you can, it is easy for you or anyone who is tracking the waves in the monitor. So it's easy for them to look at all the waves and search all the required waves. Okay, Then there is something called as wave category. So wave category is used in next level of optimization, which we are going to discuss after wave, which is called as warehouse order creation rule. So wave category is, just at high level, I'll tell you, once the orders are created, warehouse orders are created. So basically here, I said, all three deliveries, they're going to be picked into one order. Okay. But what if, I'll say, heck, okay, one order, but why not two orders? Okay, why? So just imagine if this delivery has 100 items, this delivery has 40 items, this delivery has 60 items. So my total order number of lines in an order is 120. It is not feasible for one person to pick 120 items, right? Sorry, 200 items. So basically the orders, okay, the number of orders that are created, it depends on warehouse order creation rule. Okay. So as of now, we'll keep it simple. We'll say one order for everything, but we'll go to the next level of optimization where we'll look at the capacity, how much a picker can handle, and those many orders will create. Okay. So if it is 200, I want 3 orders to be created so that 3 pickers can start picking simultaneously, or I want, 6 orders to be created based on, how much can be the, the capacity of a picker to pick in one go. Okay. So for now, we'll not go into the grouping aspect, how much a order or how much a picker can handle. Let's see, the that creation, the grouping of wave and release of wave. So this wave category plays a very important role in the next step of optimization, where we say about how many orders should be created. Okay. So others settings are, we can just keep them as they are, like assignment of wave, assignment of deliveries. If the wave is released, you still want to assign, you just keep them as default. If there is an item which is not in stock, what should happen? We say, keep it in the wave itself. We'll look into it later. Like, if there is if you don't find enough stock for any material, there's a retry option. If there is locking, system will automatically retry to create that task. Okay. So we don't maintain anything over here. The time attributes is very important, okay, for a wave. Now, as a warehouse supervisor, okay, this is my wave template for outbound. Now, the question I need to answer here is, as a supervisor, is how do I manage my picks? Okay, what are my picking cycles? What are the pick timing slots that I have? So I'll just give you an example. I'll say I have in my warehouse 3 picking cycles. Okay, the first pick starts at 8 a.m. Okay, and it gets completed at the pick starts at 8 a.m. It gets completed at, at 9, for example. Okay, then my packing starts at 9:30, and then the team will be able to complete the packing by 10:30. Okay, then, after packing, the parts have to be taken to staging area. So then the staging gets completed by 11, and I'll say, by 12, oh sorry, days. Staging gets completed by 11. We'll give a 30 minutes buffer and we'll say, wave gets completed at 11:30. Okay. So now for the pick starts at 8 a.m. So now what we do is, what we want is basically at 7, I'm just giving 7:55, the warehouse order should be created. The wave should be released. Why? Because I'm giving 5 minutes. You know, the moment they log into their scanner at 8, they should get the pick orders. So I'm just waiting for deliveries to be collected, and at 7:55 I'm going to say, shoot, now create orders. I'm giving 5 minutes for the system to create orders. Okay. So cutoff time. Cutoff time is, let's say, I'll only take deliveries till 7:50. Okay. This is just my time. You know, your supervisors will tell you, you have to tell them what is your picking cycles. So they'll explain you, how it works in their warehouse. So here the cutoff time is, okay, it's like your flight, how a flight takes off, after cutoff, nobody's allowed to go inside and board the plane, right? And, release is like, your aircraft goes on the runway. Quick start is, it takes off. So 7:50, I will only take deliveries till 7:50. Okay, any delivery which is created after 7:50, I'm not going to take them. So basically, I'm giving 5 minutes buffer here. See, they all can be at the same time, 8, but generally it's the best practice to give a 5 minutes buffer to avoid locking. So if at 8 o'clock, if everything is at 8, some delivery is created at 7:59, 59 minute and 50 seconds, it will, by the time it is getting assigned to wave might start releasing. So there can be locking issues, right? So what we do is we do a cutoff. Hey, only deliveries which are created before this, and the waves will start at the release will happen at 7:55. Orders will be created and picking will start at 8. Okay, the next wave starts at 12. Okay, because 11:30 then they go for lunch, and then the last wave starts at 1600 hours. Okay, so I'm just giving you a very basic example. In a fast moving warehouses, they may do an hourly wave. Okay, they can do 30-minute cycles. They can do one wave for the whole order. So some companies, they are making big machines. Every morning the order is created, the whole day takes them for to pick parts of the machine, and in the evening they assemble the machine and then they send it to us, send it to the customers. So it can be one way for the whole day as well. So it all depends on the products you're handling, what is your volume in the warehouse. Okay, same way 11:50 is my cutoff, and 11:55 is where I'll allow tell system to create a task, and at 12 the picks will start, the next picking cycle will start. Same way here, 15:50 system will stop taking warehouse orders for grouping. 15:55. Okay, and then for the afternoon picks, they'll get completed by 1300 hours, and this will be get completed at 1700 hours. The packing will start after 30 minutes. And the pack will take 1 hour or so. Yeah. The material will be in staging after 30 minutes. And the wave will be completed at after 30 minutes. Yeah? See, there is calendar also here. So it does consider your, your weekends and other holidays as well. Okay. So this is every
This
way.
link with our factory calendar.
Yes, this is linked with your factory calendar. That's why we have factory calendar here.
Okay,
By
fine.
default, the factory calendar comes from the
Fine.
from the warehouse. Okay. So now every day, this is my picking cycle and this is my master data. Okay. So now let's take some examples. Okay. So if at all, okay, so let's take these deliveries. Okay. Audio 1000 wave assignment. Let me take a delivery. Now let's be more specific in terms of time. Okay. So today is 25th. Let's say today's wave is already created, 7 o'clock waves, 12 o'clock. I'm not worried about today. Let's talk about tomorrow. Okay. So there is a delivery created, audio, okay, which is 1040. The requirement for this delivery, okay, is at, the customer wants it at, or maybe the truck is going to come at 1500 hours. This is the goods issue time. Okay. So all have goods issue date of tomorrow. Okay. All these waves have goods issue date of tomorrow. Okay. So now this outbound delivery is required at 3. Another one is required at 4. Let's say I get another one which is required, let's say at 13 hours. Yeah. There's another delivery which is required at 1070 at evening 5 o'clock. So these are my goods issue time. Okay. So these deliveries have been created today. Okay. Now you need to tell me which wave of template. So all of them, they belong to template 1. Okay, the template for outbound. These are our outbound deliveries. Okay, now you need to tell me which time option it will be assigned to, or which time slot, or whatever you call it, or which picking cycle it will be assigned to. Okay. So if it is required at 3, so which picking cycle it will be assigned to? First, second, or third?
Second, right?
Okay. Why second? Anyone else want to answer that?
Because staging complete is 1500. That's what your
Mhm.
The cutoff time is
closest time.
3. I think it will go to 3 because the cutoff time is 3:30.
See, I need the material. The truck is going to come at 3 afternoon.
Oh, truck is coming at 3 after. Yeah. The staging complete 3, so that will be the closest second.
So, okay, let's not look at the staging completion. Look at the wave completion also.
Okay, looking at the wave completion.
Yeah, because you have staged the part, but by the time you
First
take out
one.
a trolley, and others are also keeping this space tidy, you have to put away. It takes some 30 minutes. Very high,
So
much
first
time. But
option, right?
first, yeah, we all agree
On the
on
same.
first, yeah. So we are not late. I said in start, we should not be early, we should not be late. Here, if we go by 2, we are late. So the nearest and the most appropriate wave is the option is 1. Okay. If it is required,
And why did we think third one? Well, is it
no,
just because we're doing a day in advance? Somebody said third, right?
third will be
I
late.
said third. I late will because I just thought of the cutoff time, but it is not right because there was
Okay.
a cutoff time. But
Yeah, we need the stock and staging area. So goods issue time is where, you know, you should be ready to, you know, load the part, and goods issue truck is going to come, you know, goods issue time, truck is going to come at that time. Yeah.
So in the Excel, the time is for the truck arrival, right? For the basically for the
Goods issue.
PGI. Yeah,
PGI.
good issue
Goods
time,
issue time.
PGI time.
Yeah. Second one, which is required at 4.
Only second.
Second, yeah. At 1, required at 1. Option 1 only. Yeah, it will be ready by 11:30, and the truck will be coming at 1. How about if the truck comes at 5?
Tell you 3.
Truck is going to come at 5, 3 or 2.
So truck
Truck is coming at 5.
at
5
5.
is then 2.
2,
2.
yeah.
Yeah.
So the next one also 2, yeah. 5:30 also 2, because the next wave is getting completed at 7:30, yeah.
Mhm.
Now what if, okay, the material
Just
is
a minute, Rohan,
required.
on this 5,
Mhm.
5, can we have a look at the 5 again, please? What we said?
Material is required at 5. 1 second. Huh? Material is required at 5, this 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then which is an appropriate wave? We have to look at the wave completion time. So this
Okay.
2 or 3 or 1.
It has to be before. Yeah. So it's 2.
2. Okay. What if the material is now I want you to give a good thought about this. Material is required on, I'm going to slightly change the date, 26th. I'll say material is required on 29th. Okay. 29/11 at 9 a.m. What should be the picking slot?
Third one. Right? Because it need to come a day before at 9:30.
Option 3 is okay. Yeah, that is fine. But option 1 is option 3 you're saying, yeah?
Option 3, but a day in advance. Like,
So
yeah,
which date will it be? 28th?
28th, yeah.
28th is 28th. We are not working on 28th. It's Sunday. We are working on 27th. It's Saturday.
So then it will be Friday, 26th.
26th.
But again, it depends on the calendar, right, Rohan?
Correct.
Because the factory calendar will be 5 day, but your shipping calendar you can have, which is can be a 7 days, right?
Yeah, that's correct. So what calendar you maintain in your wave template,
Yes.
it will be
That
considered.
will
So
determine.
if
Yeah,
Saturday, Sunday, you're not working, you will pick the parts in the last shift or the last picking cycle a day before and keep it ready. It can be, you may not be working 2 days, Saturday, Sunday, but yeah, the material will be there in the staging area for 2 days, your off days, and you can then wait for in the morning, the material will be ready when the truck comes. Okay. Now, let's look into this waves. So for getting the deliveries assigned to wave, okay, we need this master data, and the only other configuration is the wave type and wave category, which we are using the standard ones, okay, for now. So now this is okay. So now there are okay. So I created different
just
waves. Which one system should pick?
a quick one on the wave category. We know that wave management is used only in the advanced EWM, right?
Mhm.
Now, the the transfer order rule, which is again available for the basic EWM as well, Rohan, right? So this
Mhm.
wave category will not influence We don't need that wave category in case of the basic EWM.
Basic
Because
EWM, basic you will not use wave at all. Wave
yes,
category
so
will come later.
yeah,
When if you have wave, then wave category will come.
otherwise it will not influence.
Sorry, I was late. What was that mean? Basic. Can you repeat that again?
So
What,
wave
what
is
do
a
you mean
part
by
of the
basic? Advanced EWM extended with like separate box? No. Decentralized, or you mean, or
no. So there are two. One is a basic, one is advanced EWM. So there was a one config which Rohan has showed, acknowledgement, where you activate whether you are using advanced or EWM. So in Wave is a part of the advanced EWM licensing, right? When you have the advanced EWM, then only you can use a Wave. So my question was that category, which is the part which is a master data, will it influence the transfer order when we have the basic EWM? So one said no, it will not come at all. So that will not be considered while defining transfer order, work order.
So any
work order
wave or
question.
wave master data or configuration will not be applied if you're using basic.
okay. And okay, advanced EWM. And advanced EWM is a licensed product.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can what you did actually that condition required. What is that?
I am explaining now. Just before it. Yeah. So here, I have 3 wave templates. Okay. How will system know which one is for outbound, which is for STO, which one's for production? We haven't maintained the determination. So that's what, we'll have to maintain a condition record. So if you go to condition record transaction GCMC, WME is the application and the maintenance group. This is standard. Here we maintain the condition record. So condition record is also important because, that's how, system will know which template to pick. Okay. So you can see there are so many options here. So of course, warehouse will be there. Yeah. And then you can group the deliveries. What are your criteria for grouping the deliveries? It can be, carrier you're picking together, or your all ship to parties you're grouping together, all belonging to a route you're going to pick together, all belonging to a document type you're going to group together. So I'm going to say, all my outbound deliveries, document or UTB, I'm grouping them into wave 1. Okay. So what is OUTB document category by mistake?
Template.
Document category is required. So it is PDO. Okay. So I'm saying all my outbound deliveries for customer, they have document type OUTB, and they should be assigned to template 1.
So there is no delivery type in this condition, Rohan?
Delivery type is document type. So if you look at your outbound delivery orders, we don't have delivery type. Similar field is called as document type.
So if you are this is
delivery type is mapped to document type in EWM.
Yeah. So if in case this is a outbound delivery for the customer, and what in case when we have the outbound delivery for a stock transfer order, in that case, what's going to happen?
A different document type can be mapped. Okay. A document type will be different in that case. Okay, so now this is important because a template should be determined, and within the template, the timing attributes are determined. Okay, so basically, you can have several picking cycles going on in parallel for STOs, for outbound, for routes, for carriers. I want to group all the FedEx ones together and so on. And you do picking for FedEx once a day, so special parts and all those things. They all will happen in parallel. Okay. So now, since this condition type is there, okay, we have maintained the template also. Now, there is another config to maintain this procedure. Let's see if it is assigned or not. Our warehouse is WH34. So the procedure is assigned. The condition type is part of this procedure. So yeah, it will work for our warehouse. Okay.
Yogan, actually this, Yogan, please go to the screen. Sorry.
Which screen? The condition type?
No, this screen, the determination screen, that is very important configuration here in wave management. This actually, this document type assigned with procedure, right? Procedure is nothing but that condition record, right?
Condition type and basically determines the condition type. So when a delivery gets created, it will look what is the procedure, and there are condition type, like how output determination takes place. It looks at your message determination procedure and then the condition type and then the condition record. Same way here, the procedure to look for the condition type. The condition type is ODL that we've maintained in the condition record, and then it will find this record and it will read the template. Then it's going to go to the template and read the time attributes.
Okay. Yogan, one question here. Actually, see, when we go for that configuration, they call it as the procedure. But here, actually, we are maintaining in condition type, right? See, what is the significance of that this procedure? Any difference?
This is all the message determination configuration. If you go to the procedure, okay, in the procedure you will find condition type. So this is the condition type.
Okay. One more step is there. Okay.
But you don't need to change this. Use standard if at all the standard matches your requirement.
Yogan, one more, there are couple of questions here. See, actually now we already configured all these templates and everything, right? See, in this case, actually, for example, after picking the product from the bin, and we place the product in the staging area and over the work center or staging area and pack the material. So when we pack the material, we identify that some of the products are rejected. Okay, that case, how we will handle it in the wave management?
So the project are rejected, you will send them back to the warehouse. Why
Yeah,
wave work is, see, waves work is done as soon as the tasks are created. That's it. Nothing else. You follow a normal outbound process. So wave is just going to group, create a task. After creation of tasks, job done, wave over. Wave's role is over.
No. That see if the products, some product are rejected, means they definitely it will impact the wave management process.
No,
right?
you're rejecting them in staging area after picking.
Okay.
After pick task is created, wave rules end. That's it.
Fine.
Okay, I did have a sale order, but I don't remember, if it's valid or not. Let me create a new one.
So that document category was standard for the sales order outbound delivery, and what is for the STO? What is the document type for the STO one?
See, standard STO also it will be OUTB standard system, but if you want, you can configure a different one for STO. Copying OUTB, you can create a ZSTO.
Okay, but the standard is same.
Standard is same.
Yogan, one more question here. Actually, in this template configuration, we enter all this timing, right? Pick start, pick end, and pack start, pack end, and end stage. Every time we are determining, right? But one scenario, actually, business wants some requirement like they want the timing between the timing need to be captured in automatically. How they will manage that situation?
Where it should be captured automatically.
No, for example, one stage to another stage, they want to calculate the time automatically in backend instead
So
of
that will be calculated. That will be calculated. System will keep a record how much time it took for staging, how much time it took for
No. So why I am asking this question? In WM there is no option to capture the time, but in EWM there is option, right?
Yeah, every
Because
order, every task will have a, you can, every order you can, it will record what is the start time, what is the end time.
okay. But see, when we talk about the transfer order, right, in WM, there is no that time capture. But in the EWM, it is there, right?
It is there.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Since that order is going into credit block, I just inflated the previous order. Okay, so let's play with, the time here. Okay, so the time which is considered is this time. Okay, so the first one which we said was today's 25th, I said 26th, yeah. So 26th, let's say, what was the attribute that we discussed? Let's say 1500 hours, yeah.
This is something manually we have to do, right?
See,
Now,
we
use a
have in
business.
here, but ideally you should get this date and time updated from your shipping. Yeah, so the shipping team, whoever is planning the shipment, as per the planning, they should give us this time when the goods issue is planned.
Yeah. So basically, what the question is, we have whoever is creating this has to be maintained manually. System, there is no.
Yeah, there is,
No.
in delivery, there is scheduling, which considers all those things. The customer, there's a request date in the sale order. Based on that, how much is the route, how much is distance, this can be calculated.
And it is the route all need to be.
Yeah. So we have created our first delivery after we have set up the wave. Let us see if the wave is assigned or not.
Yogan, this wave management always refers the plant GI date, right? Not a
Plan date, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, my goods issue has failed, or the delivery distribution has failed. Let me have a look. It's not here. Okay, I haven't maintained the store location yet. Okay, so this is a delivery. Let us see if it has been assigned to a wave. We'll go to the warehouse monitor.
Yogan, one question. I'm thinking little different. Actually, actually, this wave management is applicable based on the delivery, right? Not line item.
Yes, it's based on delivery. But each line item can be separately assigned to a wave. So it's a different wave. Say for example, line item 1, it can be assigned to a different wave. Sorry, different warehouse order, same wave, but a different warehouse order can be created. So basically, whatever criteria we saw, the carrier, the shipping point, the ship to party, not shipping point, ship to party, route, all are at delivery header level. So your wave determination happens at your header level, not at item level. So you will not have one item belong to one wave, another one belonging to another wave.
Okay. Got it.
So this wave got created. Okay, now let us look at the wave attributes. So it has picked up our template and our option. You can see wave category, wave type also coming from the wave template, and see these are the planned dates and time. So it took on 29th, but I think our requirement was
When is the delivery created for?
26th. So
Cutoff date.
26, 27, 29. It is taking the first one on 29th. Okay, let us observe this. Why is there a time zone issue? So the delivery it is coming as 26/11. But why it has picked up 29th? Today is 25th. 26th is Friday. This Friday holiday. Oh, is it a Black Friday in US? That could be the reason.
Yeah, maybe factory calendar. They don't have factory calendar system.
So let's look for some other deliveries for Monday. And yeah, let's look at the wave. Yeah. So as of now, you can see. So it is required tomorrow. So sorry, on Friday. So earlier it can. So it did not find any earlier wave. So it assigned to a wave on Monday. So let me close some unwanted transactions. So now this wave has just one delivery. Okay. Now I'll create another wave, another delivery, and you will see it will be assigned to the same wave. So we'll see multiple deliveries getting assigned to a wave. Okay. And this wave will be, it's automatic. See, we don't need any batch job. We don't need to do any workflow setting. This is event based. So automatically at 9 on 29, sorry, on 7:55 on 29th, this will get released. Okay. And yeah, before I release this wave and show you the order creation, let me also create another delivery, which is probably close to that time. Okay. And we'll see multiple deliveries, how they can be grouped together. So let's say this is required on 20. So we wanted to go to the first 26. That's a 3:30. I'm keeping it same. Yeah. Close to the same time. But I want it to be assigned to the same wave. So if you look
Can
at
you
the,
do, Rohan, can you do me a favor? Can you create it on Sunday? Can you create it this delivery now on for Sunday? Because it's gonna take 29th anyways, right?
Yeah, I can create on
Yeah,
Story
so
location.
change.
create another
Story
one.
location.
Oh yeah. It's created on Sunday, which is 28th.
So ideally, this should also come in the same bucket.
Yeah, let's see. Came up, got added here. Same
Mhm.
wave. Okay. So now when you are testing, since it's a test system, I'll manually release it. But when you are testing, you wait for that time and you can observe, how system is releasing and orders are created. So basically in wave processing, you can manually, do many things. You can manually release a wave. You can lock a wave, unlock a wave. You have two waves, you can merge them. If you want to split them, you can remove this item delivery from this wave and assign it to another wave. So manually, you can create a new wave also manually here. Okay, so all manual interventions and changes are possible. Okay,
And
so
how we restrict how many item can go in this wave? So I might have hundreds of delivery, but I want to restrict, as you said previously, right? Physically not
yeah,
possible.
yeah.
So what is
So
that, Victor?
there is something called as wave capacity.
That's
So
the capacity.
yeah, so if you see this wave capacity profile, so here we can set up as something like wave with temperature 34.
So if we
Wave
is
with,
it at item count number level, or it is order
you can
level?
see on your screen, yeah, it
Oh,
can be no item, it can be weight, volume.
can you do two item and then we create one more delivery, please?
Yeah,
If okay.
yeah, we can do that. No problem. But this wave category has to be assigned to the template. So what we'll do is this capacity, we will go to wave template. We go capacity profile here.
And we can have multiple capacity profile for different type of wave picking.
That's correct.
What is the best practice over here, Ron? What you have seen so far for this capacity with your experience?
See, I don't see many companies at putting capacity. If it's very high volume, then only they'll put capacity. Otherwise, they'll say, let it come, we'll put capacity in order. Let 1,000 waves also come. My orders are important to me. It should create those many orders. Wave doesn't, capacity doesn't. See, wave capacity comes in, when including all your quick workers, you can only handle certain number in a cycle. Then it will, in that case, it is useful. But generally, we don't see many companies having constraint. They say just create. We'll see how to manage.
Okay.
Same date test. Yep, previous one 936. I think we did create this wave before. We could change the attributes. So I'll have to assign the capacity profile manually. So it is saying the moment I send is saying your capacity has been reached. So let me save it. Let me remove it.
Even only manual is possible, or
Yeah, manually anything is possible. It is.
Thanks for showing this.
I mean, you can think of all types of scenarios.
Mhm.
It's really good feature.
And this capacity cannot be associated with the resource in the warehouse.
See, another wave has been created
Mhm.
for the next one.
Mhm.
Oh, I did create two. Okay, the other one also got removed and assigned to this one. Yeah. So another wave got created. The capacity got reached.
Okay.
Yoga, now Kabir or someone asked the question, right? That is a good question. This resource, whether the wave involved in the resource management.
See, no resources still in waves. Yeah. But it is indirectly integrated. See, basically, your wave, you're grouping together, right? So now when you release this, it is going to create a warehouse order. Okay. Now that warehouse order is going to be picked by resource. Now the next optimization is, how many orders. Okay, how many orders it should create? One. What is the limit in order? Like we have set up limit and wave. There is the limit and the order level. How many items a person can confirm? How much weight? How much volume a person can execute? That's where resource and in warehouse order the resources will be considered, but not in waves. So wave, I'm going to release it now. So two tasks got created and two orders got created. Now you can see here the two orders, the creation rule is DEF. Okay. Now what we'll do is, maybe tomorrow we will configure the creation rule. Okay. And we'll try to make some settings there so that, system creates one order for both these waves. Yeah. So in the creation rule, we'll say, as of now, system is taking a default creation rule. It's not able to find a creation rule because we haven't configured it. So we'll configure a creation rule and we will see, how we can optimize it. Okay. So the next level of optimization here is of how a person can pick one order, and suppose here, as per the existing setup, what it means is there are two pallets of 4. Okay, one person will pick 4, the other person will pick 4. But now next setting, what we can do is configure creation rule and see whether the same person can pick both, or maybe 5 pallets or maybe 10 pallets. How do we control that? So we'll see that um, during our next topic, which is creation rule. Maybe tomorrow we can look into it. So here we have our order created. Okay, and then the process works like normal now. You can pick it, goods issued, same way like we did our outbound process. No change to the process after this. The role of wave ends here after creating the order. So it created 2, and if you can see the wave, release method released manually, status is released, screen done. Yeah, I mean you can see the capacity C1, number of items C2, remaining capacity is 0. This wave is now completed. So nothing else required from wave.
Just Rohan, would that process-oriented layout or the other oriented layout, does that have any impact? Does that? have any impact on wave, or wave is just wave on its own?
Wave is just creation of tasks. See, when we
Mhm.
create a delivery, we create a task. Now the task may go to a work center. It may go for a packing area. It may go for a staging area, or it may go for some kind of special validated service you're doing. Does it matter? Task
Doesn't matter.
picking, first task in your outbound process is picking, and we are optimizing that with Wave.
Mhm. Mhm. And is the same thing is used for kitting? So for an example, I sell as a product in my warehouse. I sell as a, as a kit. It got 10 item in it, right?
Mhm.
Is it the same wave management which will be used to drive that kitting kind of a concept?
Yeah, you can use Wave that all the
Okay.
components will be picked. They'll be
Okay.
taken to back center and then they'll be packed into a kit.
Same wave.
So Ron, can you please help me with, just do the navigation of this screen? So if you go back, so there are header and item, right? Something like that. So right now you are displaying wave at header label, right? This is, so this is, can you just walk through one, because this is pretty much common in everyone's screen, right?
Yeah, this is header. This is the wave with all the time attributes and whatever template, all the master data information you can find here.
Mhm.
Okay. And then these are the deliveries that are assigned to the waves. You can list all the items. A wave consists of items. So, sorry, wave consists of delivery as items. So in an outbound delivery, you have line items. Here we have deliveries assigned. Yeah? So you see all your deliveries. You can see once it is released, the orders that are created, you can find them here. And here, if you, for example, if you want to manually assign a delivery, you can come here, search it, and then you can assign it manually from here. So it's basically to search any additional deliveries and you can assign them to a wave from here. You can
Okay,
search
so it's,
anything.
yeah, so
Say
this is the one you are
assign
mentioning.
automatically. Yeah.
Okay.
You created the outbound. How we untangle and assign it to the different? We were saying we can do that, right?
Yeah. So if you created this, for example, we haven't released it.
We have it.
Remove it.
Okay.
For assigning it, you can just come here, search, and then as of now it is coming up here as an assign, and again assign it over here. Again it came back.
Mhm.
You can say one basic question. See here, the third tab is the right that warehouse requests. That warehouse request and task both are same or different?
Different. Whereas request is outbound delivery order.
Outbound delivery order. Okay. Okay. See, once the delivery replicate from our ERP to EWM, that warehouse order, warehouse outbound delivery order we create, right?
Correct. So outbound delivery order gets created. Here you can see. Same number as outbound delivery.
Okay.
It's PDO, right? See, there was a transaction.
PDO is the category.
PDO is a document category.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. So I wanted to discuss Wave today. Tomorrow, I think we have batch management and exception handling, which are pending in outbound. And let's see if time permits. We'll discuss about the creation rule. And then next week we'll start production integration. Okay, Monday.
Yogan, one question here. Picking Daniel, what it mean actually? I missed that part actually.
Big denial.
Big denial.
It's part of exception. We will discuss it tomorrow maybe.
Oh, okay.
So big denial
And
is nothing
that
but, you know,
in
when you are
BWM is very
picking
important
a
topic.
task.
Yeah, in important topic, the kitting, reverse kitting, and that also we need to cover it, right?
Yeah, we have those
Yeah.
planned in future.
Thank you.
So yeah, so basically, you know, we have a batch managed material. Okay, we will receive that into stock. Okay, and we'll execute an outbound for the batch managed material. So what let me do here is extend that batch managed material to
Can we do both batch and serial managed material?
we don't have a serialized material. Let me do the batch one first. We'll do it later. I need to see if the serialized profile is there or not.
Okay.
But yeah, let's look into this. We'll see.
Mhm.
Same part we cannot do both.
But mostly
but
this serialization sorry.
go on, Kaushik.
This mostly the serialization profile configured based on the document type, right?
Serialization is material.
Material, right?
No. Actually, say I saw some configuration in MM. This serialization profile configured based on the document type, but I'm not very sure whether that configuration is linked to our scenarios or not.
You need to check. So you can see here batch management is active for this material. I'm extending this existing batch management material to our warehouse. Okay, so let me maintain some class.
Yogan, prior to that, we need to configure all these basic configuration, batch management configuration, right? That batch determination procedure and everything we have to configure it, right? In the backend.
We will do it slowly, sir. We just extending the material.
Okay, fine, sir.
Just extending it to the storage locations. 3,000.
4,000, yeah.
4,000 is finished. Let's keep
Okay,
this.
4,000.
We have
Yes,
to
yes.
create a purchase order and
Correct.
receive.
Correct.
So this material has very basic classification. Batch class, yeah. Where, you know, at the batch level, we have country of origin and the expiry date that will be stored. Okay, for that part. So basically, a class is to be created. Class will have characteristics. What characteristics of the batches you want to store. So these are the information that will be stored in the batch. So when we do a good receipt, so this
Ram,
information will be
sorry
stored
to
at the
interrupt.
batch master level.
One question here. See, if it is production related material, see here this we can add manufacturing date also in this classification parameters, right? So if it is PSA related moments.
Yeah, you can add whatever characteristics values you want. You can add.
Okay, fine. Sorry.
So let me do one more thing. Let me extend this to a warehouse. Yeah. Let me put it into 8003 maybe. Yeah. Let's see. Put it into some section. It's 3. It's not a casing, not a shaft. Let me see. Nice, good storage. Open storage. Stock removal. Okay, let me keep the stock removal blank. Let me put it into the casing side here. Let me store it there. So this material,
Can we go to the classification? There's a classification tab as well. One, please, for a minute.
the metal master.
No, in the product master, WM product master.
It is same as, it's going to be same like this.
And it only bring the batch class. Does it bring the material class as well, or just the batch class?
It will bring whatever. See, this classification view is, EWM. I'm not authorized. EWM is, see, these fields are grayed out if you go in change mode. So for batches, the master system is ERP. Every setting is done in ERP. If it was it was a decentralized, you would have seen all the information here. So you can, but in embedded, you don't see anything here. You will only see the warehouse and other views. But these views are all grayed out because the master system is ERP. So okay, we'll take a pause here. Tomorrow we'll receive this part. So what are we going to explore here is, we receive this part, we'll maintain, let's say 2-3, we'll receive some quantities in different country of origin. And then when we are picking, we'll give a batch search criteria. So for example, when we receive this part and put away this part, we will give a country of origin, let's say Germany, US, and maybe, India, for example. Let's say we have three country of origin stock in our warehouse. And then when we pick, okay, so when pick, let's say the customer tells us pick my requirement, it can be color or any specific feature for a batch. But let's say my requirement is pick something with country of origin US. So that criteria, how EWM picks based on the criteria which comes from ERP, we'll see that tomorrow. And for that, we need a batch search procedure. So again, for any batch search procedure, it has to be done by the SD team. EWM is just an execution system in case of batch management. We don't store batch master. We don't store classification. There is no master data transaction. Everything is in ERP. The only thing in terms of EWM, what we do is we receive the requirement from delivery. What is the search criteria? And we pick the material based on that. Okay. So we'll see that, how the batch search criteria looks in the delivery and how EWM picks as per the search criteria which comes from ERP. Okay, so we'll look into that in more detail tomorrow. We'll take a pause here. Any questions from anyone before we end for today?
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to visit our Vimeo page and follow for more upcoming videos.